Good morning, students. Today we're going to compare annual salaries. A salary is a payment for work. So whenever you work, whatever they pay you, that's your salary. A life income is the total amount of workers paid during his working career. The annual salary of an occupation usually increases as the number of years of post-secondary training increases. So the more years you have in the job, the more they increase your salary. Let's see example number 1. It says calculate and compare the lifetime incomes for a data entry worker and a desktop publisher. Assume a career of 40 years. So how much more does the desktop publisher make in lifetime income? So we have the two type of jobs, and notice that the desktop publisher makes more than the data entry. So that's why they want to know how much more it will make. Now in this example, there's two ways to solve it. So the first one that they're showing you here, they actually get what they make a year and multiply it times 40. Notice it's a 31,430 that makes a 1 year, then multiply times 40, and that person makes $1,257,200 in a 40-year working. Now the desktop publisher in 40 years makes $1,561,600. So once we get both products after multiplying times 40, we find the difference by subtracting the desktop publisher minus the data entry worker. And once we do that, notice that the desktop publisher will make $304,400 more in a 40-year working as a desktop publisher. Now, this is one way, but notice how we're working with big numbers. Now, I prefer to subtract first, so I will subtract what they make a year, so that way I find the difference first, and notice the difference is 7,610. So in 1 year, the desktop publisher makes 7,610 more dollars. Then from there, I multiply that amount times the 40 years that person is going to be working, and notice I got the same result, $304,400. So there's two ways. You decide which one is easier for you, so that way you can find the differences. Now, example number 2. We're going to calculate and compare the lifetime incomes for a carpenter and a brick mason. Assume a career of 30 years. So how much more does the brick mason make in lifetime income? So in this case, the brick mason, makes $50,370 a year, and the carpenter makes $44,520 a year. Notice the years of education. Now, when they multiply, the carpenter makes $1,335,600 in a 30-year, and the brick mason makes $1,511,100. When we find the difference, it's a difference of $175,500. So if I find the difference first, the difference will be $5,850 a year. When I multiply that times 30, because they're going to be working for 30 years, I end up with the same answer, $175,500. So it's up to you which one do you prefer to use. Do you want to multiply first, or do you want to find the difference first? So here's the first exercise. Now notice that there's 3 occupations on this one. We have electrician, roofer, and elevator installer. Morris is considering becoming an electrician or a roofer. Calculate and compare the lifetime incomes for an electrician and a roofer. Assume a career for 30 years. So once again, it's a 30-year career. So in this case, we're going to compare the electrician and the roofer. Now we notice that the electrician makes more. So I find the difference between those two first, $53,030. minus the 38,760, and the difference is $14,270. We want to know in 30 years how much more you'll make in 30 years. So we multiply that difference times 30, and the product will be $428,100. So in a 30-year span, the electrician will make 428 more than the roofer. Now moving on. Now the two that we're going to compare is going to be the elevator installer and the electrician. So when we find the difference between the $74,140 minus the $53,030, we find a difference of $21,110. Now notice that in this one, they're asking us for a 35 years working as an elevator or electrician. And the difference will be, once we multiply the 21,110 times 35, my product will be 738,850. So something for Justin to think about. So which one is better? Notice that the years of education are about the same. So this is how you find the difference and you compare the annual salaries. Make sure that you take notes. If I'm going a little bit too fast, make sure you stop the video so that you can take notes. And then your assignment, you need to answer all these questions so you can compare. So if you have any questions, please let me know.